Hey, welcome to this week's Lalicia Say My Name, Bitch podcast, where what we say ain't for play, and no matter your position in life, we all gonna elevate. Now, with that being said, I am so tired. I'm tired. So if I seem a little droopy, drowsy, woozy, I'm not high, I'm not intoxicated at all. I'm just tired. I was supposed to be taking a nap, but I haven't, so why not get to it? So with that being said, let's get right into it. In my room, as y'all can see, this is the environment because I'm supposed to be asleep, but I'm not. So why not put in some work? This week's, and of course I gotta double check because to make sure I'm saying what I'm supposed to say right, especially me being all sleepy. Nobody wants to hear me rambling, not making sense, which I might don't, but hopefully I get to some good points and still be able to get a point across and able to help someone if the help is needed. So this week today is actually Monday the 22nd. And everybody knows I post these on Tuesdays for my Talking Tuesdays. Basically, I want to, give out advice. If not give out advice, give out let people know my experiences so that it may help their experiences. This week's topic is blaming parents. This one's gonna touch some souls. If my people see this, but anywho, so blaming parents, and I do my subtopics. Can you blame your parents for failure or for progress? Um, to the point, I'm gonna just speak on my part. Now, like I said, y'all already know. I always say I contradict myself so much. I contradict myself a lot because, and with I'm gonna be honest. Originally, I wanted to make a podcast and call it playing both sides because I feel like there's always two sides to everything. There's always a yeah, this is that. But it could have been, type of situation. Like some of my hair. Anyway, my hair is like I just got it in the point. Anyway, the hair is not important. But with that being said, I totally blame my parents. I blame my parents for my success. I blame my parents for where I'm at in life. However, I'm not mad about where I'm at in life. I'm not mad about what I'm doing with my life. I'm not mad about any of that because at the end of the day, I feel like at some point it's my responsibility to take off and be where I need to be in life. So with that being said, I gotta give a little history and background because who would I be if I didn't? So my mom, she was not the best mother to me. I am the middle child, and I hate to say it, but I had to go through that middle child syndrome, which sucks because I feel like everybody don't go through that, and they be like, oh, the middle child, the less love, da da da. Like, who made that freaking rule, and why is it even a case? Why is it even a thing? However, I felt that. I grew up my grandmother literally in church. I don't know if I shared this before, but I used to go to church with her on Sundays. Actually, I was living with my dad's mother and moved out of my mom's house because she used to have all these boyfriends, and not to say I didn't get along with the boyfriends, but she always expected me to like worship the ground they walk on and stuff like that. And for some reason it was always a situation like one dude she had. This motherfucker had a big ass dog, big crazy pit. Now, mind you, I grew up with dogs. However, I do know you don't approach anybody's dog. So one day, um, for whatever reason, I was living with my grandmother and I was still going to school from my mom's house. I came to the house, the dog will bark at me every morning when I came to the door. They knew I was coming. And when I say they, I mean my mama, her boyfriend, my brother, and my sister, because I am the middle child. My brother's the youngest, my sister's the oldest. Now, with that being said, they would hear the dog barking at me every day. One day, I goes to the house to go in there so I can go to school. And the dog ran, the dog, bark, 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 bark. I'm like, oh, shit, here I go. Open the door. The dog run past me, gone down the street. You think I'm gonna run out there? No. So with that being said, everybody hates me because I let the dog run outside. Now, pretty ass pit, and y'all know how they go. The pit bulls. Pit bulls, in my opinion, like black people. They just got the image of being aggressive and not like so much, but however, they're not all the same. Depending on how you raise them. I swear, pit bulls and black people, they go hand in hand in my opinion. I don't know if anybody else think like that, but I do. But anyway, with that being said, that situation occurred. They hated me. I remember one time my mom said to me, she was dating this dude. Oh yeah, and he the only reason why you got boxes coming up because I was in Job Corps. He the only reason why you got boxes coming up there every month and da 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 da. Her boyfriend was paying for the boxes. Baby girl, I didn't even ask you for all that. But with that being said, hey, I appreciate it. But actually, that boyfriend was like the only boyfriend that she had that like. Even her husband, I yeah, he was going through stuff. Anyway, he was abusing drugs. And I think that affected our relationship because he never thought clearly. And it was never no disrespect to him. It's just I could sense that he wasn't right. And my mom used to push us on him like, this your dad, this your dad, this your dad. I met this nigga in jail. I don't fucking know him. Why am I supposed to, who am I supposed to know? I remember one time they asked me, oh, you like Jamal? And I'm like, shit. Oh, damn, I said his name. But anyway, they like, you like Jamal? I'm like, I don't know Jamal. Yo, they that shit went left. It went left. They hated me. They hated me. But anyway, back to the point, my mom always disliked me for my bluntness, me for speaking my mind. With that being said, I am grateful that she showed me how much a woman can cater to a man or how a woman can have favoritism to a child, because now I know that's not what I want to do. So I blame her for me being the way I am, and I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. That's my positive, and that's what I want everybody else around me to do, is take that negative and don't dwell on it. Make a positive out of it. Like what would it get you, or where would it get you in life, just to be like, oh, my mama hated me. My mama ain't like me. My mama gave me up for adoption. My mama smoked crack and didn't take care of me. So you become an adult and you don't smoke crack. You don't neglect your children or whatever, whatever. So back to the point about my grandma. So my mom's mom, because this the whole middle child favoritism thing. I realized that I skipped past that because that's what I do. I skip past stuff. And I feel like I got a little adrenaline for not having no sleep. So I don't know. But anyway, to that point, and she probably don't remember this, but I know there's a lot of things she don't remember that she said to me. Excuse me. Stuck with me. All of it stuck with me. Of course, because you're a child. I remember Queen Toffee said, as a child, you remember things that were said. And I mentioned this before in my video, and I agree with her. I agree with her to a certain extent. You remember everything that was said, but you remember how you felt as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm being in denial about I remember how I felt, but I always remember words verbatim what somebody said to me because I just got elephant memory anyway. But back to the point. So I'm living with my dad's mom at the time, and I'm living with my mom at the time. I still wanted to go to church. My mom, my brother, my sister, nobody went to church. I'm going to church, catching the church van. So happened I end up moving out. Go to movie with my dad's mom. I'm still going to church, catching the church van. I go to church and I always sat beside my grandma because my grandma always sat in the same seat every Sunday. So I sit beside her. This older lady says to my grandma, I bet she your favorite, ain't it? My grandma face looked just like, oh nah, she's not the oldest. Mm-mm. When I say I felt this freaking little, not to say I went to church for her, not to say I went to church because I wanted to feel loved by someone, not to say I felt like we were close because we went to church together, but I actually went to church because I was a religious person at the time. I'm not religious anymore. Hope everybody know this about me, and I feel like I love that I'm doing this because a lot of people, nobody actually knows me. Not nobody knows me. Maybe my children a little bit. My children probably know me better than they think they do, but besides them, nobody knows me. But I'm not religious at all. For the longest, I was thinking like women are gods. There's no real God in the sky. And with that being said, I got to get back to the point. So my grandma says that, and that kind of added or was the icing on the cake to the whole middle child favoritism. Middle child being disliked thing. And I don't know why, but I felt that a lot coming from my mom. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm very grateful for my mom because everything she did, She just showed me what I didn't want to do, which brings me to a point. I remember having a conversation with my brother on my mom's side, because I do have a brother on my dad's side that I don't really talk to. But anywho's, I end up ooh, doo, doo. That see something else popped in my head and made me lose train of thought. But yeah, back to the point. So yeah, I had a conversation with my brother on my mom's side, and I was telling him, like, the things, and we still refer to her as mommy at the time. I still call her. I probably call her as by her first name. I see her, but with that being said, if I have a conversation, I can still call her mommy. So I say to him, yeah, mommy ain't right, da 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 da, and he says, yeah, but what if mommy ain't been raised right? So how would she know right when she ain't been taught right? But this is the thing. I think that's an excuse, and I freaking run. I I'm trying to replace my cuss word, but I messed around and just hit the nail on the coffin. Like, dude, if she wasn't raised right, if she wasn't taught right, if she didn't know what she was supposed to do, when do you stop the cycle? When do you put your foot down and say to your kids, okay, or say to yourself, I'm not going to be that parent. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to keep on with this continuous treating the middle child like shit, letting motherfucking generational rape go on, because that happened in my family. And to be honest, yo, I'm so mad because that's like my biggest fear, to the point where I know it affects my children. Like, they're paranoid. I'm not trying to say it too loud because they're in the next room, but they're paranoid children, and they're paranoid children because I'm a paranoid mom because of what I've been through, and that is sexual harassment from both of my grandmother's boyfriends. Like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, my granddaddy, he died early. He was in his 50s when he died. I never have he ever did anything that made me feel like he's trying to get me. But both my mom's mom and my dad's mom, both of their boyfriends did some out of pocket stuff. But and said some out of pocket stuff. Not to say they actually raped me, but I did used to get. I want to say I used to get felt up every night after I got drugged when I was living with my grandmother, because I used to sleep real hard and I wake up with my clothes undone, and that shit was scary. So that's why I think I started drinking. I have a very high tolerance for drinking, which is the reason why I am very proud of myself when I do stop drinking, and people look at me like, well, why you don't drink? Why you don't do nothing? Look, yo, like, I've been doing this forever. And when I say doing forever, I've been doing drugs forever. Like, and drugs been in my body forever. I just want my body to be clean for once. And the things that happen when I'm on these drugs, I'm not feeling that. I really don't like it. So with that being said, like, where do you draw the line? I want to draw the line here. I want to stop. So back to the point, getting back to the point, uh I do blame my parents for my paranoia. My dad, I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's just there. And that's all I can say. He's just there. Like, I don't talk to him because of his lack of responsibility and lack of accountability. I try to have serious conversations with him, like, hey, dude, you should be helping me out, not the other way around. Or, hey, dude, just recently, man, with the son that he don't talk to, that's probably why I stopped like that. Um, I'm talking to, and I know I mentioned in the previous video about how his mom and our relationship is, but I mentioned to him in the previous, I mentioned in the previous video, but I said to him, like, it's not my responsibility to link you in with your child. That's your responsibility. And that's the whole accountability, responsibility in the child and the parent type of situation. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of it. I'm an adult now. You couldn't do right as a child. I'm an adult now. Hey, I'm washing my hands and everything. And then there's a lot of people who are religious that say you obey your mother and your father. And that's another reason why I couldn't be a Christian, because all of these rules and all of these laws and all these stipulations, and I just can't align with it. I can't. Speaking of, this was a dark joke I was gonna tell this guy, but I decided not to tell him. But I was telling him, we getting to know each other, and he's gonna know who I'm talking about, because I'm gonna say this one little piece. But anyway, He tried to talk to me, and I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm gonna have to turn down because I'm really trying to get me right. I really want to be right, because if I get into a situation, I'm liable to hurt you, because at the end of the day, I'm still healing. Like, I'm 31 years old, still haven't healed. Like, this is gonna be my first time not in a relationship, not having sex, and all of that. Like, I'm just free and clear, getting my balance, because even as a child, I never lived. That's how I feel. Like, I never seen reality. It's never been clear or whatever. But anywho's to the point, I couldn't be religious, dog, because even when I was going to church and when I was staying with my dad's mom, in the situation happened with my mom's mom, by her talking about, oh, I ain't the favorite just because I'm not the oldest. Um, One day, my dad's mom, I never called him grand. I called him granddad one time because I wanted the fucking molestation to stop. I really did. I called him that one time just because I really just wanted him to stop touching me. It was sad. It's sad. I'm not ready to cry, but anyways, just think about like what the fuck. I was that desperate, like just leave me alone. But anyways, this is the bad joke, the dark joke. It's like I couldn't believe in religion because the same day I got baptized, they used to always argue about me wearing dresses to church. First of all, this is irrelevant. Always used to argue about me wearing dresses to church. And I was like, look, I can wear whatever I want to church. And I never was a girly girl, but I think that all boils down to the attention I used to receive from these grown old ass men, which subconsciously is my thought about why I was attracted to older men. I try to get out there, but that's another subject for another day. However, I'm in the car with this guy, the my dad's mama husband. Just got baptized from church. He had to come and pick me up. I'm sitting in the car, got my baptism certificate. Next thing you know, that bitch fell out the window. Whatever God that y'all be worshiping in church, I don't know. I can't get with it. Like, if that ain't the sign right there, like, I'm literally in the car with the person who's taking advantage of me, and I'm supposed to been dipped into this holy water. My life supposed to change for the best, and so happened I had to go back into this ridiculous, scary, nasty ass predicament. And my certificate of, oh, you dipped in the water, new life, out the window, just like that. Like, it's nothing. But that was a dog humor joke. He gonna know who I'm talking about when I say that. But yeah, like, dog, I ain't believing that shit. All right. I don't want to disrespect nobody's religion now, because I don't want nobody to disrespect my opinion. So I ain't gonna say I take that back, but it was funny. It was a little it was a little funny. But anywho, with that being said, to the point, I do blame my parents for my failure. I do blame my parents for my success. However, whatever failures I have, I know that's something that I can undo. So I don't be like, oh, I blame them because I'm on, I already say child support. Well, just for an example, if I'm a mother, or there's a father on child support, yeah, you can blame your parents for being on child support, because it's just like, dude, well, obviously you learned some of them bad habits, but at the end of the day, I feel like you only can blame yourself. So I lied. You can't blame your parents. Once you become an adult, once you become older, that blame game is done and over with. Like, when are you going to take accountability? When are you going to take responsibility? When are you? Because you are the one that's in control of your life. So I just don't agree with it at all. Like, I am happy, and then I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it kind of like, it does bother me, like 2%, that I don't have a relationship with my family, because it sucks. I'm a very loving person. I'm very family oriented. I would love for everybody to be together, kumbaya. But I just know mentally they're not where I'm at. Mentally, I can't even handle them. So with that being said, I have to leave them where they at for the greater good. And the greater good is my mental health, because, dude, I've been dragged. Let me stop now. I play too much, but I've been dragged. I've been dragged by everyone in some way, some sense, somehow. So, yeah, with that being said, I blame them, but I blame them in a good way. I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful that, one of my parents were on drugs, and it showed me what and how it affects your child and how it affects your mental, how it affects your upbringing. I'm grateful that I had a parent that put their child last, so I know how it feels, so I don't put my babies last. And I'm gonna be honest, I do not have any favorites. I do not have no favorites. And then I never sit up there and say I love this one more than I love this one. But I will say this: I think I overdo it, because if I see one, I'm like, oh, I love you. I make sure I tell the other one too. Like, I overdo it. And another thing I've been overdoing is a lot of things I didn't get. So, for an example, my mom will put my little brother, because he's the only boy and he's the baby, put him in the sports. But I didn't get put in any sports. I didn't get no type